You are already here, not in the way you think, not with your eyes or your hands, but with the quiet part of you, the part that knows without needing to be told, the part that remembers how to float. There is a presence, not a person, not a voice, but something softer, like the warmth of sunlight on closed eyelids, like the steady rise and fall of breath you've forgotten you're taking. This presence has been with you longer than you realize, watching over the edges of your thoughts, smoothing the creases in your mind when they get too sharp, humming a quiet frequency, a deep, slow pulse, 432 hertz, a sound that doesn't need to be heard to be felt. The air around you is shifting, not because it's moving, but because you're beginning to notice it, like the way you suddenly realize the room has been quiet all along. And the quiet isn't empty. It's full of something gentle. You're drifting now, not falling, not sinking, but floating, as if the very idea of gravity has softened, as if the world has decided to hold you just a little more lightly, just enough to let you rest. The space around you is changing, not in a way that startles, but in a way that feels like coming home, like stepping into a room you've always known, even if you've never seen it before. The walls are not walls. They are layers. Layers of something thin and delicate, like the pages of an ancient book, but not made of paper, made of mica. Translucent sheets stacked so carefully, each one catching the light in a different way, so the room breathes with color. The colors are not bright, not harsh. They are soft, like the inside of a seashell, like the glow of a candle seen through closed eyes. Opal, rose quartz, the blue of a vein beneath skin. The light doesn't come from above. It comes from within, from the layers themselves, as if the mica is alive with a quiet glow, as if the room is lit by the slow, steady pulse of something deep and ancient, something that has always been here, waiting for you. The floor beneath you is not solid. It is a pool, but not of water, of liquid silver, So still it looks like glass. So still it feels like walking on a held breath. And yet, you are not walking. You are drifting. There are no shelves here. No furniture. No objects that demand your attention. Only alcoves. Small, curved spaces where time itself has been folded, shaped into something tangible, something you can almost touch. In one alcove, there is a cube, not of stone, but of slow falling snow, each flake taking its time, drifting downward in a way that feels like a lullaby, like the quietest kind of music. In another, there is a sphere, not of glass, but of suspended rain, droplets hanging in the air, not moving, not falling, just existing, like a moment frozen in time. And in a third, there is a spiral, not of smoke, but of something even softer, something that curls and uncurls, like the slow breath of the earth itself, like the way your own lungs expand and contract. You are not alone here, but you are not crowded. There is space, so much space, space to drift, space to float, space to let go. The air is the temperature of skin, not too warm, not too cool, just right, like the way a blanket feels when it's been warmed by your own body, like the way a room feels when it's been waiting for you. There is no rush here, no need to hurry, no need to do anything at all. Just be, just exist, just let the quiet presence around you hold you, like a cradle. The mica walls shift, not because they're moving, but because you're noticing them more, like the way a familiar song becomes clearer when you listen closely, each layer catching the light in a new way, each hue deepening, softening. The liquid silver beneath you ripples, not because you've disturbed it, but because it's responding to you, like the way a calm lake reflects the sky, like the way your own breath moves the air around you, gentle, unhurried. You don't need to understand this place. You don't need to name it. You don't need to do anything but let it be. Let it hold you Let it cradle you in its quiet, in its warmth, in its safety. The presence is still here, still watching, still smoothing, still humming that deep, slow pulse. The one that doesn't need to be heard to be felt. The one that settles into your bones like a lullaby. Your body is heavy, not in a way that feels like a burden, but in a way that feels like surrender, like the way your limbs feel when they're finally allowed to rest, like the way your eyelids feel when they're finally allowed to close, like the way your mind feels when it's finally allowed to drift. The colors around you are deepening, not because the light is changing, but because your eyes are closing, because you're letting go, because you're sinking deeper into the quiet, into the warmth, into the safety. The liquid silver beneath you is still, so still it feels like glass, so still it feels like a mirror, reflecting not your face, but your peace, your calm, your rest. The alcoves are still here, still holding their folded time. The snow still falling slowly, the rain still suspended, the spiral still curling. But you don't need to watch them anymore. You don't need to do anything but drift. The mica walls are humming, not with sound, but with something deeper, something that vibrates in your bones, something that matches the pulse of the presence around you, something that feels like home, like safety. Your breath is slowing, not because you're forcing it, but because it's finding its own rhythm, the rhythm of the room, the rhythm of the presence, the rhythm of the quiet, the rhythm of rest. The air is thick with stillness, not in a way that feels heavy, but in a way that feels like a blanket, like a hug, like the way a mother's arms feel when they hold you close. Warm, safe. You don't need to think here. You don't need to worry. You don't need to do anything but let go. Let the room hold you. Let the presence watch over you. Let the quiet settle into your bones. Let the warmth cradle you. The colors around you are fading, not because they are disappearing, but because they are finding their own rhythm. The rhythm of the room, the rhythm of the presence, the rhythm of the quiet, the rhythm of rest. Your eyes are closing because you're sinking deeper, because you're letting the quiet take you, letting the warmth hold you, letting the safety surround you. The mica walls are shifting, not because they're moving, but because you're noticing them less, because you're sinking deeper, because you're letting go, letting the room hold you, letting the presence watch over you. Your breath is deepening, not because you're forcing it, but because it's finding its own rhythm, the rhythm of the room, the rhythm of the presence, the rhythm of the quiet, the rhythm of rest. The colors around you are fading, not because they are disappearing, but because the air here is not breathed. It is remembered. And as your eyes open, slowly, so slowly, they do not adjust to the light, because the light here does not need adjusting to. It is already inside you, a soft glow that hums just beneath your skin, like the quiet pulse of a vein you've never noticed before. You are standing, but not in the way you remember standing. There is no floor beneath you, only the faintest resistance, like pressing your palm against warm silk stretched over water. And when you shift your weight just slightly, the surface ripples, not with waves, but with color, a slow unfurling of opal and rose quartz. Your feet are bare, though you do not remember removing your shoes. The liquid silver beneath you is neither wet nor dry. It is the temperature of your own skin. And when you curl your toes just a little, the surface clings, not like water, but like memory, like the way your mind holds onto the last note of a song. The walls around you are not walls. They are layers, thin as paper, thinner than paper. Each one a sheet of mica, stacked so delicately that light bends between them, not in straight lines, but in curves, like water flowing around stones. And then you see them, not walking toward you, not moving at all, but simply there, as if they have always been there, a figure woven from the same light that fills the room, their edges soft, their presence warm, like sunlight through closed eyelids. is a name, though names here are not spoken. They are felt like the resonance of a bell that has no beginning and no end. Their eyes are the color of slow water, deep and still. And when they look at you, you do not feel seen. You feel known, as if every thought you've ever had has been gently unfolded and read. Their hands are open, palms upturned, and in them rests the MacGuffin, not an object, but a sensation, a weight that is not heavy, a shape that has no edges. When you reach out, slowly, so slowly, your fingers do not touch it. They dissolve into it, like mist into morning air. The MacGuffin is warm, not with the heat of fire, but with the warmth of breath. It hums, not with sound, but with the anchor, the resonance you've been hearing all along, the one that has been guiding you here, without you even knowing it. A name does not speak, but their voice fills you, not in your ears, but in your bones, in the space between your ribs, where your heart beats. And what they say is this: end goal is already yours. It has always been yours. You have only forgotten how to hold it. They take your hands, not to pull you, not to guide you, but to remind you that your hands are not separate from theirs, that your skin is not a boundary, but a membrane, thin as the mica walls, thin as the space between thoughts. And then they embrace you, not with arms, but with presence, a warmth that seeps into your chest, like the first sip of tea on a quiet morning. And as they hold you, you feel your edges soften, not dissolving, but unfolding, like a flower remembering how to bloom. The air around you is thick with the scent of rain on warm stone, not the rain that falls, but the rain that lingers, the rain that has always been there, just beneath the surface. And as you breathe it in, you feel your lungs expand, not with effort, but with ease, like a sigh that has been waiting to be released. Your body is not heavy. It is not light. It simply is. A presence, a shape in the liquid silver, as you shift, just slightly, you feel the way the surface responds. Not with resistance, but with welcome, like a hand cradling a bird. The mica walls around you are breathing, not with lungs, but with light, each layer pulsing, slowly, so slowly. And as you watch, you realize the light is not moving. You are, not through space, but through time, unwinding, like a thread pulled from a spool. A name is still with you, though you no longer see them. You feel them in the warmth of the air, in the hum of the anchor, in the way your breath moves, as if it is no longer yours alone, but shared, like a secret whispered between friends. The MacGuffin is still in your hands, though you no longer hold it. It holds you, a gentle pressure, like the weight of a blanket on a cool night. And as you breathe, you feel it breathe with you, not as a separate thing, but as part of you, as if it has always been part of you. Your eyes are closed, but you see, not with your eyes, but with your skin, with the soles of your feet, with the palms of your hands. The light here is not something you look at. It is something you are. A slow unfurling of color, a quiet hum beneath your thoughts. You are floating, not in space, not in time, but in something deeper, something that holds you and carries you effortlessly. It's in water, not in air, but in the space between, where gravity is a suggestion and time is a river with no banks. And as you drift, you feel the way the liquid silver beneath you cradles your weight, not holding you up, but holding you, like a mother holds a child. The resonance of the anchor is deeper now, not louder, but closer, as if it has moved from the edges of your hearing to the center of your chest. And as you listen, you realize it is not a sound. It is a feeling, a warmth, a presence, like the quiet hum of a home you've always known. Your breath is slow, so slow. Each inhale a gentle rise. Each exhale, a soft fall. And as you breathe, you feel the way the air moves through you. Not just in your lungs, but in your fingers, in your toes, in the space behind your eyes. The mica walls are shifting, not moving, but changing, each layer unfolding, like the pages of a book you've always known. And as you watch, you realize the colors are not random. They are memories, not yours, but everyone's. A slow dance of light and time. You are not alone here, though you see no one. You feel them in the warmth of the air, in the hum of the anchor, in the way the liquid silver moves beneath you, as if it is not just yours, but shared, like a dream that belongs to everyone. And name S voice is still with you, though you no longer hear it. You feel it in the way your breath moves, in the way your hands rest, in the way your thoughts slow, like a river finding its bed. And what they said is still true, and goal is already yours. You have only to remember. The MacGuffin is no longer in your hands, because it never was. It was always in you. A quiet knowing, a warmth, a presence. And as you breathe, you feel it, not as something separate, but as the very core of you. Your body is not tense. It is not relaxed. It simply is. A shape in the liquid silver. A presence in the slow light. And as you drift, you feel the way the air moves around you. Not pushing, but holding, like a gentle embrace. The resonance of the anchor is softer now, not fading, but deepening, like a note held just beyond hearing. And as you listen, you realize it is not a sound. It is a feeling, a warmth, a knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Your breath is slower now, so slow. Each inhale, a gentle rise. Each exhale, a soft fall. And as you breathe, you feel the way the air moves through you. Not just in your lungs, but in your fingers, in your toes, in the space behind your eyes. The mica walls are still shifting, not moving, but unfolding, each layer a memory, a moment, a feeling. And as you watch, you realize you are not just seeing them. You are remembering them, not as something separate, but as part of you. You are floating, not you are already here, already standing at the edge of the circle, though your feet have not moved an inch. The air around you hums with the slow, deep pulse of the earth itself, a vibration so low it is felt more than heard, a rumble that moves through your bones like the memory of a distant storm. It is 432 hertz, though you do not need to name it, do not need to measure it, because the sound is already inside you, already part of your breath, your heartbeat, the quiet thrum of your blood. The circle is not a place you enter. It is a space that opens within you, a slow unfurling of awareness, like petals in the dark, like roots stretching into warm, rich soil. The ground beneath your feet is not solid, not in the way you once believed. It is soft, yielding, like the surface of a lake at night. Though you do not sink, you float, suspended in the gentle pull of gravity, as if the earth itself is cradling you. Your toes curl slightly, pressing into the cool dampness, and you feel the texture of the soil. Fine grains of sand, tiny pebbles, the smoothness of a buried stone. Each sensation is distinct, separate, yet they blend together like notes in a chord, like the layers of a dream you cannot quite remember, but know is beautiful. The air is thick with the scent of rain that has not yet fallen, of green things growing in the dark, of the slow decay of leaves returning to the earth. You do not see Yara Snow at first. You feel her. She is not a person in the way you understand people. She is a presence, a warmth, a quiet certainty that moves through the circle like a breath. Her voice is not a sound you hear with your ears. It is a vibration that resonates in your chest, in the hollow of your throat, in the space behind your eyes. It is the voice of the earth when it speaks in whispers, when it tells you that you are safe, that you are held, that you do not need to do anything but be here. And so you let go, just a little, just enough to feel the weight of your body soften, to feel the edges of your thoughts begin to dissolve like sugar in warm water. The flaw you carry, a flaw, is not a burden, not here. It is a shadow that has followed you, yes, but shadows are not enemies. They are simply the places where the light has not yet reached. Yara Snow does not ask you to name it, does not ask you to explain it. She only asks you to feel it, to let it rise to the surface like a bubble in still water. And as it does, you notice something strange. The flaw is not sharp, not jagged, not heavy with the weight of judgment. It is soft, almost tender, like a bruise that has begun to heal, like a scar that has become part of the skin. You do not need to push it away, do not need to fix it, because here, in this circle, it is already being held, already being loved. The air around you shimmers, though you do not see it with your eyes. It is a shift in pressure, a change in the quality of the light, like the moment before dawn when the world is still dark, but you know the sun is coming. Your skin prickles with the sensation, not with fear, but with anticipation, with the quiet thrill of something beautiful about to unfold. And then you feel it, the first touch of forgiveness, not as a thought, not as a decision, but as a physical sensation, like warm honey being poured over your heart. It spreads slowly, seeping into every part of you, into the places you did not even know were waiting to be soothed. And as it does, you realize that forgiveness is not something you do. It is something that happens to you, like rain falling on dry ground. Your breath deepens, though you do not command it to. The inhale is slow, deliberate, like the tide pulling back from the shore, like the earth drawing in a long, deep breath before the first light of morning. You feel the air moving through your nostrils, cool and dry at first, then warmer as it fills your lungs, as it expands your ribs, as it presses gently against the walls of your chest. The exhale is even slower, a sigh that carries with it the last traces of resistance, the last whispers of doubt, the last echoes of the idea that you were ever separate from this moment. And as the breath leaves you, you feel lighter, as if you have shed a weight you did not even know you were carrying. The earth beneath you responds, shifting slightly, as if to say, yes, this is how it is meant to be. The circle is not empty. It is full, brimming with quiet energy, with the slow pulse of life itself. You feel the presence of others, though you do not see them, do not hear them. You feel them in the way you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, in the way you feel the pull of the moon on the tides. They are not separate from you. They are extensions of the same energy, the same breath, the same slow, deep rhythm that that moves through all things. And in this moment, you understand that you are not alone, have never been alone, that you are part of something vast and beautiful and endless. The flaw you carried is not gone. It is transformed, alchemized into something softer, something that no longer weighs you down, but instead connects you to the circle, to the earth, to the quiet, steady heartbeat of the world. The vibration of the earth deepens, shifting from 432 hertz to something lower, something older, something that resonates in the marrow of your bones. It is 40 hertz now, the frequency of deep sleep, of dreams that carry you beyond time, beyond thought, beyond the need to name or explain. Your body responds without your permission, your muscles relaxing, your breath slowing, your mind drifting like a leaf on a slow, moving river. You do not fight it, you surrender, letting the vibration carry you deeper, letting the circle hold you, letting the earth cradle you like a child in the arms of a mother. And as you do, you feel the last traces of resistance melt away, like ice in warm sunlight, like mist in the morning. Yara Snow's voice returns, though it is not a voice you hear. It is a sensation, a warmth, a quiet certainty that moves through you like a current. She does not speak in words. She speaks in feelings, in images, in the slow unfurling of understanding. You feel her presence like a hand on your shoulder, like a whisper in your ear, like the first light of dawn touching your closed eyelids. And what she tells you is simple. You are enough. You have always been enough. You do not need to change, do not need to fix, do not need to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. And as you hear it, not with your ears, but with your heart, you feel something inside you shift, something deep and ancient and true. The flaw you carried is not a flaw at all. It is a gift, a wound that has taught you tenderness, a shadow that has shown you the light. It is not something to be ashamed of, not something to hide. It is part of you, woven into the fabric of your being, like the veins in a leaf, like the rings in a tree. And as you accept it, as you embrace it, you feel a warmth spread through you, a warmth that is not just in your body, but in your soul, in the very core of your being. It is the warmth of acceptance, of love, of the quiet, steady knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And in this moment, you understand that forgiveness is not something you give to others. It is something you give to yourself. your breath slows even further, each inhale and exhale becoming a meditation, a prayer, a slow dance with the rhythm of the earth. The air moves through you like a river, carrying with it the scent of rain, of green things growing, of the slow, steady decay that feeds new life. You feel the weight of your body, but it is not a burden. It is a comfort, a reminder that you are here, that you are real, that you are held. The vibration of the earth hums through you, resonating in your bones, in your blood, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts. And as it does, you feel yourself drifting, not away from this moment, but deeper into it, like a stone sinking into still water. The circle is not a place. It is a state of being, a way of existing in the world without resistance, without fear, without the need to control or fix or change. It is the state of being that exists when you let go, when you surrender, when you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And in this state, you understand that the flaw you carried was never a flaw at all. It was a teacher, a guide, a shadow that led you back to the light. You do not need to label it, do not need to measure it, do not need to count the seconds or the minutes or the hours. You only need to be here, to breathe, to feel, to let the earth hold you, to let the circle cradle you, to let the vibration carry you deeper. The air around you shimmers again, though this time it is not a shift in pressure. It is a shift in awareness. You are no longer standing at the edge of the circle. You are at the center, though you have not moved. The circle is not around you. It is within you, a slow, steady pulse of energy that moves through your body like blood, like breath, like the quiet, steady beat of your heart. And as you feel it, you understand that you are not separate from the circle, not separate from the earth, not separate from the quiet, steady rhythm of life itself. You are part of it, woven into it, held by it, loved by it. Yara Snow's presence deepens. Though she is not a person, she is the earth, the circle, the vibration, the quiet, steady knowing that you are safe. She does not speak, but you hear her anyway, not in words, but in sensations, in feelings, in the slow unfurling of understanding. She tells you that you are enough, that you have always been enough, that you do not need to change, do not need to fix, do not need to be anything other than exactly who you are. And as you hear it, you feel something inside you shift, something deep and ancient and true. you feel the last traces of resistance melt away, like ice in warm sunlight, like mist in the morning. The vibration of the earth shifts again, becoming even deeper, even slower, resonating in the very core of your being. It is not a sound you hear. It is a sensation, a warmth, a quiet certainty that moves through you like a current. You feel it in your bones, in your blood, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the slow, steady beat of your heart. And as you do, you feel yourself drifting, not away from this moment, but deeper into it, like a leaf on a slow, moving river. You do not fight it, you surrender, letting the vibration carry you, letting the circle hold you, letting the earth cradle you. The flaw you carried is not gone. It is transformed, alchemized into something softer, something that no longer weighs you down, but instead connects you to the circle, to the earth, to the quiet, steady heartbeat of the world. It is not a burden. It is a gift, a wound that has taught you tenderness, a shadow that has shown you the light. And as you accept it, as you embrace it, you feel a warmth spread through you, a warmth that is not just in your body, but in your soul, in the very core of your being. It is the warmth of acceptance, of love, of the quiet, steady knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Your breath slows even further, each inhale and exhale becoming a meditation, a prayer, a slow dance with the rhythm of the earth. The air moves through you like a river, carrying with it the scent of rain, of green things growing, of the slow, steady decay that feeds new life. You feel the weight of your body, but it is not a burden. It is a comfort, a reminder that you are here, that you are real, that you are held. The vibration of the earth hums through you, resonating in your bones, in your blood, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts. And as it does, you feel yourself drifting, not away from this moment, but deeper into it, like a stone sinking into still water. The air around you shimmers with a quiet, steady light. Though you do not see it with your eyes, you feel it, like the warmth of the sun on your skin, like the pull of the moon on the tides. It is not a light that illuminates. It is a light that holds, that cradles, that loves. And as you feel it, you understand that you are not separate from this light, not separate from this warmth, not separate from this love. You are part of it, woven into it, held by it, loved by it. And in this moment, you feel something inside you shift, something deep and ancient and true. Yara Snow's presence is everywhere, though she is not a person. She is the earth, the circle, the vibration, the quiet, steady knowing that you are safe. She does not speak, but you hear her anyway, not in words, but in sensations, in feelings, in the slow unfurling of understanding. She tells you that you are enough, that you have always been enough, that you do not need to change, do not need to fix, do not need to be anything other than exactly who you are. And as you hear it, you feel the last traces of resistance melt away, like ice in warm sunlight, like mist in the morning. The vibration of the earth deepens, shifting from 40 hertz to something even lower, something that resonates in the very core of your being. And now, as the words begin to soften around you, like the edges of a dream at first light, you can feel the resonance settling deeper, deeper into every part of you, not fading, but becoming quieter, more still, like the surface of a lake at dawn, perfectly calm, perfectly at peace. The images that once floated through your mind, the colors, the shapes, the gentle movements, they don't need to stay sharp now. They've done their work. They've carried you here, to this moment of perfect stillness. And now they can drift away, like leaves on a slow moving river, carried by the current, effortless, weightless, gone from sight, but never truly gone. You don't need to hold onto anything. Not the words, not the feelings, not even the memory of how you arrived here. All of it can soften, can dissolve, can become part of the quiet hum that surrounds you now. The resonance, that gentle, steady presence, it doesn't stop when the words do. It continues its work, deep within you, like the slow, steady breath of the earth itself. Your body knows what to do with this. It knows how to take this peace, this warmth, this stillness, and let it spread through every cell, every muscle, every quiet corner of your being. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to control it. You don't even need to understand it. All you need to do is let it be. This peace, this deep, quiet comfort, it isn't something you have to earn. It isn't something you have to chase or hold onto tightly. It's always here, waiting for you, like a favorite chair by the fire, like a soft blanket on a cool evening, like the first light of morning after a long, restful night. And whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling, it will be waiting. Not because you have to come back, but because you can. Because this place, this quiet, this warmth, it's yours. Always. The door is always unlocked. The light is always on. The welcome is always warm. All you have to do is step inside. And now, as the words begin to fade, as the resonance settles into the background, you can feel yourself sinking deeper, deeper into the quiet, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the peace that has always been here, waiting for you, holding you, letting you rest. You don't need to listen anymore. You don't need to focus. You don't need to do anything at all. Just let the quiet hum of the world around you, the steady, gentle rhythm of your breath, the soft, warm darkness behind your eyelids carry you. And if your mind begins to wander, if thoughts drift in like clouds on a summer sky, that's okay. They don't need to stay. They don't need to mean anything. Just let them pass, like leaves on the wind, like ripples on the water, gone as quickly as they came. The peace remains. The warmth remains. The quiet remains. And you are exactly where you need to be. Your body is heavy now, heavy with rest, heavy with comfort, heavy with the quiet certainty that everything is exactly as it should be. Your limbs feel warm. Your breath feels slow. Your mind feels clear, like a sky after the rain. And all of it, every part of you, is held in this perfect stillness. You don't need to fight sleep. You don't need to resist it. Sleep is not something to fear, not something to push away. It's a gift, a soft, gentle embrace, a return to the deepest part of yourself. And as you drift, as you let go, you can feel the world around you fading into the background. The sounds, the sensations, the thoughts, they all become quieter, softer, more distant, until there is nothing left but the quiet hum of your own breath, the steady rise and fall of your chest, the slow, gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. This is where you belong. This is where you are safe. This is where you can rest. Fully, completely, without hesitation. ever feel the need to return to this place, to this quiet, to this peace, you will. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Because this feeling, this warmth, this stillness, it's yours to keep, yours to return to whenever you choose. The resonance will always be here. The comfort will always be here. The quiet will always be here, waiting for you, holding you, letting you rest. And now, as the words fade into silence, as the resonance settles into the deepest part of you, you can let go. Let go of the need to listen. Let go of the need to focus. Let go of everything except this moment, this peace, this perfect, quiet stillness. Your breath slows. Your body relaxes. Your mind softens. And you sink deeper and deeper into the warm, quiet darkness. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to think, nothing left to hold on to. Just the quiet, the stillness, the peace. And as you drift, as you let go, you can feel yourself becoming lighter. Lighter than air. Lighter than a feather. Lighter than the quietest whisper of the wind. Floating, drifting, carried by the gentle current of your own breath. The world around you fades. The sounds, the sensations, the thoughts, they all become softer, more distant, until there is nothing left but the quiet hum of your own being. And even that begins to fade into the deepest, most perfect stillness. You are safe here. You are held here. You are at peace here. And this is where you stay. The resonance continues. The warmth remains. The quiet holds you. And you rest. No need to move. No need to think. No need to do anything at all. Just let the stillness carry you. And if you ever feel the pull of the waking world, if thoughts or sounds begin to drift in, that's okay. They don't need to disturb you. They don't need to mean anything. Just let them pass, like clouds in the sky, like ripples on the water, gone as quickly as they came. The peace remains. The warmth remains. The quiet remains. And you stay exactly where you are. Your breath is slow. Your body is heavy. Your mind is clear. And all of it, every part of you, is held in this perfect stillness. You don't need to fight it. You don't need to resist it. You don't even need to understand it. All you need to do is let it be. And as you sink deeper, as the quiet hum of the world around you fades into the background, you can feel yourself becoming part of something larger. Part of the stillness, part of the warmth, part of the quiet that has always been here, waiting for you, holding you, letting you rest. This is where you belong. This is where you are safe. This is where you can let go. Fully, completely, without hesitation. And if you ever feel the need to return to this place, to this quiet, to this peace, you will. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Because this feeling, this warmth, this stillness, it's yours. Yours to keep, yours to return to whenever you choose. The door is always unlocked. The light is always on. The welcome is always warm. And all you have to do is step inside. And now, as the last of the words fade into silence, as the resonance becomes part of the quiet hum of the world around you, you can let go completely. Let go of the need to stay awake. Let go of the need to hold on. Let go of everything except this moment, this peace, this perfect, quiet stillness. Your breath slows even more. Your body relaxes even deeper. Your mind softens even further. And you sink deeper and deeper into the warm, quiet darkness. And as you drift, as you let go, you can feel yourself becoming part of the stillness, part of the warmth, part of the quiet, part of something vast and gentle and endless, held safe at peace. And now, as the silence grows deeper, as the quiet hum of the world around you fades into the background, you can let go completely. Let go of the need to listen. And drift softly. The quiet remembers you.